pay wages and pretty much different pays in different leagues and how it compares from male to female, individual to pretty much team sports. So pretty much as we all know, sports bring people together. It makes people fantasize about pretty much making a living, living lavishly, getting popular. Pretty much, personally by myself, I play baseball at Flome University. I've done it for a living. I've played since I was about 8, 9 years old. Trying to make a big thing out of this. My dreams always pretty much, I play baseball. But I'm also trying to live enough so I can live comfortably, make enough money so I could pretty much feed my family and make it out. When I was younger, it was all about the dream of just playing, pretty much, just playing. But as I grew older, I started to look at the money side of it. And the money, there's a huge contract. There's a lot of money in sports. There just is. And the NBA itself, the salary pretty much for average, it's $6.2 million. $6.2 million is more than enough money to do what you have to do in life. Second to the NBA is the MLB. Then it's NHL, NFL, and drastically at an average of $309,000 the MLS, which still at $309,000, that's still more than what a lot of people make even with a career. Now, the NBA has the highest league minimum, which is about $543,000. That's a rookie contract, so rookie salary. Now, the MLB has the highest contract, which the highest contract meaning paid between years based on a contract, which Giancarlo Stanton signed with the Marlins, and he signed for about $325 million for 13 years. Now, still trying to get out of it pretty much, still trying to get out of that pay. The Marlins are, dumping that to the Yankees, trying to get, but that's something else. Now, the average pay in the MLS is drastically lower. It's drastically lower because they don't really recruit as many fans. They're not getting as many fans. Pretty much fan brings revenue. That's why college sports pay a lot to these coaches. The more fans you bring, the more tickets you sell, the more food you sell at the concession stands, pretty much. Just the more hype you get around yourself also. The more media, just the bigger you are, the more money you get, the bigger platform you get, pretty much. Now, it also doesn't get paid well because of parity league. Parity league pretty much stands for that every team is comparably equivalent. There's no one team bigger than the other, not super teams. So, and since there's no really super teams, a lot of coaches can't really pay much. A lot of GMs can't pay X amount of millions of dollars to sign a certain player. But since there's not really super teams, there's not really super fans either to go to the games. Now, when it comes to international sports and American sports, soccer takes the cake. Messi's making $50 million a year in just salary last year, while our highest paid American athlete makes $18 million less than him. $18 million. That's such a huge difference. Therefore, it goes on both ends, male and female. Now, when it comes to the female aspect, women are getting paid less than men. The women soccer team made it to the final game of the World Cup, and they lost. They lost, and they were only awarded $2 million. Now, the men got knocked down in third round. Third round, they were awarded $9 million. That's a huge difference, about it's about $7 million. Now, when you compare the NBA, the highest at, $6.2 million a year in salary, to the WNBA, the salary is about $75,000. That's their minimum. Or $175,000, I'm sorry. That's their average. The league minimum is $27,000. $27,000, if we're being honest, cashier at McDonald's makes $10 million, $10,000 less than that, which really goes to show the huge difference in pay. Not just team either, individual pay also. Roger Federer, they were both defending the title. Serena Williams and Roger Federer. Roger Federer won, he got $731,000, while Serena Williams wins and she only gets $495,000. And then, as you can see, the general consensus of what's pretty much the biggest thing is that there's all connected through money. Not just because you get a lot of money in one sport. They all do get paid well, a lump sum of cash in certain sports. But then comparable to the other sports, there's just one that gets paid more, one that gets paid less. And it's business.